Hi everyone, it's Mo Budgets here. I hope you are doing really well now in the second week of October. I have unfortunately gotten pretty sick this week. I think with the change of the seasons, it's really affected my body. So I'm sorry if I'm not as energetic today. And I think this week I definitely let myself go a bit over budget on my grocery bill as well as my eating out bill, because I just did not have the energy to really cook. So I'll just be going through my cash stuffing and also paying myself back for the envelopes that I over budgeted in. So without further ado, why don't we get started? It's also going to be a pretty short cash stuffing because I sort of had to budget all of my smaller categories. I took that money in order to pay back my groceries and eating out. Alrighty. And also for those who are new here, just a little bit about myself. I work in the education industry and I get paid monthly, and I use my credit cards to pay off all of my items, most of them. Sometimes I do use cash, but I like using credit cards because it gets me points, and then I try to take out from my envelopes weekly so that I can physically see how much is my budget. And it really helps me with overspending and trying to save money because I definitely love seeing a lot of money in my envelopes. But anyways, so for mortgage, we are getting $300. And that just has $300. In maintenance fee, this is getting $100. So maintenance fee now has $200. In property tax, this is getting $35. So property tax now has 100, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 160 in property tax. In utilities, this is getting $25. So utilities now has 20, 25, 30, 35. In home insurance, this is getting $10. So home insurance now has 100, 200, 300, and 30. Emergency fund will get skipped. TFSA is also getting skipped. RSP, taxes, subscriptions is getting $20. And that is all it has. Annual bills is getting skipped. Student loans is also getting skipped. So a lot of, typically I would put $5 in those envelopes every week, but skipping that for this week. Okay, so for groceries, I overspent by $62.86. And typically I would like to round up, so it kind of helps me save a bit of more money, little by little. So I budgeted $110, but I'm going to need to take out 65, and that would equal, I think, 45. But I'm just gonna double check because I have a sick brain right now, or brain fog. Yes, $45 that I'll be putting in here. So we'll do that in, oh, I realized I took the wrong denominations. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay, so I also forgot to mention that today's cash stuffing is a total of $935 from my full-time paycheck. I get paid monthly and I split it up between 4 or 5 weeks depending on how many weeks are in that month. So going back to groceries, I spent $65. So I'm going to take 65 out, and then I will be putting the remaining 45 in here. 20, 30, 40, and 5. In eating out, I spent a whopping $187.41, but I already had 40 in here, which I took out. So I have to pay myself back $147.41. So I'm gonna round that up to 150, and I'm going to take out 150 here, and I'm going to add another $50 for this week. 20, 30, 40, 45, and 50. Transportation, skipped. Beauty and Body is getting skipped. Family is getting skipped. Gifts is getting $10. So Gifts now has 150, 60, 70, 80, and 90. 190 in here. Home is also getting skipped. Electronics is getting skipped. Charity is getting skipped. Miscellaneous is getting skipped. And entertainment is getting skipped. So moving on to vacation, this is getting $90. 50, 70, 90. So vacation now has 1,500, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2,045. 2,045 in vacation. That's it for this. Last but not least is my dog Pepper. In vet bills, she is going to get $5. So in vet bills, she has 1,000, 2,000, 500, 6, 7, 8, 900, 50, 70, 90, and $3,000. Woohoo! I love getting to $3,000 for this. When I did my condensing, I only had 2,995, so it was a bit disappointing to not be able to condense that to 3,000, but that's okay. We've reached it now. In medications, she is getting $10, so now we have $60. In pet insurance, she is getting $15, and now we have $35. And finally, the last $5 is going into food and treats. So she now has $55. And this one's going to be spent pretty quickly because she's almost out. So I'm gonna head back to Costco to get her another full bag, which lasts her around 2 to 3 months. Maybe even just 2, depending on how much she eats. Yeah, sorry, not depending on how much she eats, because she actually eats a steady amount. It's more of if she has any other dog friends over for the night, I'll feed her from my kibble stash I have for her. So that's really it. Apologies for all of my brain fog today. I'm really happy that I was still able to do cash stuffing for this week, and I know I was a bit late, but still better now than ever. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of the week, and I hope you enjoy the cooler fall weather and the pumpkin spice and all of the fun fall festivities out there. Have a wonderful day. Take care.